The Trainwreck episodes are such a gift to me. From you,
love them
I
so
love,
much.
I
I'm
mean,
so glad.
I just love a train wreck. What can I say?
Did you struggle with this one at all?
No.
Okay, great.
Was I supposed to?
No.
Did I miss something?
No.
Has my heart officially left my body?
No. It's not that. It was just a little bit like, is that all?
No.
Is that all there is?
I guess so. But this was a quick one. I was into it.
Great. Good. I love that.
Hi, Jillian Benzavalli.
Hi, Patrick Hines.
Breaking news, fam. Jillian's 10-year passion project, the love of her life, the Hamill cast, is coming to an end. They know this. I'm not breaking the news here.
No.
But you have like a lineup of the most incredible guests closing out the final episodes. Tell them everything.
Yeah, so I just had Renee Elise Goldsberry, but starting December 1st and into the end of this thing, which is going to be January 26th, Leslie Odom Jr. is kicking it off.
Unbelievable.
And then all 4 members of the cabinet are coming back for 2 episodes apiece, ending with Lin-Manuel Miranda for the last 2 episodes 499 and 500.
And we're going to be talking about this in the weeks coming up to the end of this thing.
Not too much, though. Don't worry about it.
Not too much. I will be more insufferable than she will. I'm so proud of you.
Oh,
and
thank you.
It's such a big accomplishment.
Thanks.
It's how we met, honestly.
It's how we met. Yes, and it comes up all the time. Like, without that,
yes,
we would not be here.
Yes. We also have a Discord if you want to hang out with the TCO fam. Check it out there. What's the other thing? Facebook
YouTube.
group? Oh, YouTube. We're on the YouTube. Over 155,000 subscribers.
That's crazy.
It's wild. Thank you for finding us there.
Yay.
What are we talking about today?
Again, Trainwreck series. This one is PI Moms.
The idea of the reality show, PI Moms of San Francisco, was a very ingenious idea.
They are private investigator moms going undercover on sting operations and making busts all in time to get home and help the kids with homework. Check this out.
Oh my God, this is not happening.
I was like, wow, we're going to be on a billboard.
As a showrunner, I've got tons of great characters. This is going to be the easiest show I've ever produced.
Chris, why women? You say they're great multitaskers.
That's correct. Also, no one really challenges my authority.
This story was supposed to be about the PI moms, but by the deeds of a few men, it was gone. It was taken away from us.
It was all over the place. Methamphetamine, PI moms, police corruption, wiretapping, potential threats, and reality TV.
I'm so obsessed.
Did you love this?
I had heard about the PI moms on a podcast. I can't remember
It was This American Life.
Is that what it was? Yeah, so I was great to meet everybody. I was great to see you.
I hope it was. I said that very confidently.
I think you're right. I
feel like I saw that in my research today.
Yeah. There's a guy here with the name Lucas. Lucas was the name of like the first boy I ever fell in love with.
Lucas?
So like
we haven't like obsessed about that in a long time.
Oh my God. I mean, the Christmas party of whatever. We'll just leave it. We'll just move on. We'll just move on.
Cannot.
It's 2010. We're in New York City. We're meeting Lucas Platt, reality TV producer. This guy's wrapping up the first season of Steven Seagal Lawman. What the hell is that?
I'm so glad you asked. According to IMDb, a reality series that follows action star Steven Seagal's adventures as the fully commissioned deputy with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana. This bitch had 3 seasons.
What?
I had no idea.
They were just giving out reality shows at one point.
Yeah,
they were just giving them out.
Steven Seagal Lawman, like, is he? And then they were just like, be a deputy for 3 seasons. Very odd.
Was he like deputized?
I guess so. His adventures as a fully commissioned deputy with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana.
This guy Lucas is saying,
At the time, shows like that were big business and huge money spinners. And everyone wanted the next Keeping Up with the Kardashians, the Real Housewives. And there seemed to be no end to the reality boom. For me, though, I just really loved the adrenaline rush and the quick thinking that you had to do to come up with a great hour of television.
Everyone's looking for the next Kardashians or the Housewives. Cut to a scene of Kim Kardashian punching her sister. Why is she always hitting her sisters?
Is she? I have no...
Always.
I don't know.
I see it on like the TikTok all the time. She's always punching the Chloe or the Carly or the whatever.
Kim is always the...
She's always the puncher. She's never the puncher.
No one else punches?
I don't think anyone punches Kim.
Chloe's never gotten a good one in.
Chloe's the blonde one?
She's the tall one.
She's
I don't know
the
what
one that
hair
Kim was
color
always
she has.
punching, I think.
Really?
Yeah, it's wild.
Doesn't Chloe have like at least 6 inches on her?
I don't know.
We are talking way too. This is the most I've talked about the Kardashians
ever.
Maybe ever.
It's unbelievable. Well, this guy Lucas is looking for his next job. He gets an email from Lifetime Television for Women. They are interested in making a reality TV show in San Francisco about a bunch of PIs who are also moms.
Yeah, that's the big twist. Not only are they women, but they're all moms.
But you know what? They're going to say at some point that, like, moms make great PIs. And I bet they do.
Yeah.
For like certain reasons.
It's so interesting because as much as they're like infantilizing women here and being like, can you stand it? Can you even believe that these idiots like are smart? But they do say a couple of truths that like women and moms are real good at multitasking.
Yes.
You know, and just sort of like running shit and getting shit done, which I fully agree with. I just, it's a little like, can you even believe?
Can you believe these women can do that? I mean, what?
Oh my God.
Well, speaking of, we meet Denise. She came from the legal world. She said
she's a PI mom. She's like one of the PI moms.
I had just become a new mom, and I had very small children, and was trying to figure out how I could still have a career, but also be with my kids. And that's when it popped up, this job at Butler & Associates.
And then she found Butler & Associates.
She finds a PI mom job on like a help wanted board.
Yeah.
I'm like, is that how that works?
This guy, Chris Butler, bad vibes immediately.
Absolutely.
I'm like, what's his deal? Also, Butler & Associates, it's just Butler. There are no associates.
There's no associates.
I think he just named it that. You can name your company anything you want, everybody.
You can also call yourself Esquire. I know some people who do.
Oh, yeah. Same. But like, he could just name his company Butler & Associates LLC, and no one is, the notary isn't like, where are those associates?
Yeah, totally.
Because we don't see them at all.
I mean, it could be like Heinz & Sons. I don't have any. You know what I mean?
Exactly. This guy is bad. The minute he was on screen from old footage, he, of course, is not sitting down. I'm like, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
But Denise is like, calm down, Jillian. Working for him was great. He was very professional. He, quote, stumbled on the secret of investigative work, which was hiring moms.
But Denise is saying that, like, it really was empowering knowing that, like, you could, like, be a working mom, take the kids to school, and then go do a job that you feel is really important to do. Like, you're looking for the bad guys. You're hunting down the cheaters.
Love.
You know? I think that's great.
The thing that is sort of a through line here, because I'm kind of like, okay, like, they love, like, Denise is like, I love getting shit done in a career she loved. Love this, right?
Yeah.
Undercover work, investigating fraud. Or finding a cheating spouse, which is the one that she's the most excited about, which I think most people would be the most excited about.
Me too, but there's a real fine line between PI moms and cheaters. Remember the Cheaters show?
Which was all totally staged.
Well, except for the time that they stabbed that guy.
Really?
There was like the host got stabbed in one of the episodes or something.
They really went off script. Sorry.
Really
I don't know how. Is he okay? Did he get really, really hurt?
He's okay. Yeah. But like, this is a little bit like people really don't want to get caught.
I thought they were literally hiring actors for that show. Or like,
really?
Are you in a relationship? Do you want to act like you're not? Like, do you want to be on Cheaters?
You and I should have gone on Cheaters.
Oh my God.
She's just a friend.
Yeah, oh no.
Girl, Miracle Made Sheets is back.
Yeah, my big thing about sleeping is the temperature.
Oh.
It's got to be the perfect temperature, which I always thought was impossible until Miracle Made Sheets came along.
Well, that's the thing. Miracle Made Sheets are crafted with NASA-inspired silver-infused fabric that helps regulate your body's temperature. If you're a hot sleeper or a cold sleeper, it doesn't matter. These sheets will help keep you in the comfort zone all night, girl.
And on top of that, like temperature, check, great.
Yep.
They also stay clean longer.
Thank God.
So they have this antibacterial silver technology. So Miracle Made Sheets stay cleaner and fresher up to 3 times longer than regular sheets. There aren't as many things I hate than like laundry day with the bedding.
Yes, and like the sheets stink.
It's too much.
I know.
So this is fewer odors, fewer wash cycles, way less laundry.
I mean, the whole thing is that they feel like those fancy hotel sheets. I got into bed last night and I just climbed into the bed like
you're like kicking your feet.
Yeah, and you're like sliding on these like smooth, silky, cool sheets. I love my Miracle Maids.
They're the best.
So much.
They're the best.
So fam, upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest.
Go to trymiracle.com/TCO to try Miracle Made Sheets today.
You'll save over 40%, and when you use promo code TCO, you'll save an extra 20% off plus a free 3-piece towel set.
They make an amazing gift, and with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk.
So fam, that's trymiracle.com/TCO, code TCO at checkout.
Thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode.
Thanks, Miracle Made.
Thank you. So Chris Butler isn't here, obviously.
But he worked in law enforcement for 10 years. He said it was tumultuous.
He's always playing the tough guy. I push the envelope. I don't stop. Whatever. Shut up,
At
man.
one point, we're going to hear this guy say, I don't have movie star good looks. I look like this.
I know.
I'm like, you know what? Know who you are, Chris Butler.
So we meet Ami. She is a PI mom. She says,
My first impression of Chris was definitely like a businessman, but I also saw his vision, and I thought, wow, he's got a great idea. I mean, he's really trying to give mothers an opportunity, and at that time, I wanted that opportunity as well.
she's like, it's a really great idea. She's in.
Because I think these women are seeing it as like an opportunity for women to like work with women, show like how amazing that sort of camaraderie is and how like well women can work together if you leave them alone.
100%.
You know?
But also, and moms chime in, but like, I think they don't have to like hide that they're moms.
Oh, right.
Too.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of like, ooh, you, I think there's like some kind of stigma sometimes about that. Is that the right word to use?
Well, but I mean, like the stigma being like, why are you working when you should be home raising your children?
Right.
Like,
they can just like unabashedly be exactly who they are, which is like moms, but they also want to catch the cheaters.
Exactly.
And they don't have to hide anything about that.
Yes.
Because Ami says, you know, she missed a lot of birthday parties. She missed a lot of holidays. And
she worked at the sheriff's department. And she was saying it was like 12-hour days. And it was just like, why does it have to be like that?
I don't know.
Do we just need to hire more sheriffs?
And people just like need to pay for their kids.
I know.
You know, like they need the money, and like daycare is hard. Childcare is super hard to find. So
I mean, it really is so unbelievably expensive.
So she's like, okay, well, this is great because it's much more flexible. She's working with other moms. She loves being a PI.
Yeah.
So everyone loved it. It was Michelle, it was Charmaine, it was Denise, it was Ami, and it was one guy. Womp womp.
Carl Marino, former law enforcement. They brought him on board in case they needed a token man.
Yeah.
Which
Denise
I thought was
like,
funny.
Well, you know, sometimes you just need a guy around for a particular case.
I can see it, like, if they've got to pretend to be on a date to catch the cheater, you know what I mean? Although, I feel like Ami and Denise would make a cute couple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, like,
Ami's got a neck tattoo.
I know, she's badass.
She's got a neck tattoo of a butterfly. Yeah. I was like, oh my, I cannot imagine how one gets that done.
It probably hurt.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
That's what I'm thinking.
And like took more than 10 minutes. You know? Yeah, badass. So first of all, the women are like,
you know, initially we were like, wow, he's very attractive and he kind of looks like a model. And we started to learn that he was interested in acting and did some extra roles on TV.
He kind of looks like a model.
He's not that good looking.
I agree.
He's really not that hot, which is like, whoa, okay. I mean, all right. So apparently he had been a model. He was interested in acting.
He was an actor on the side.
Yeah, he'd done some extra work or whatever.
His IMDb, we will get to this in a minute. I know everyone is screaming about who this guy is. I know we'll get there. We'll get there.
People know this guy?
We'll get there.
Okay.
It's in the documentary. They tell us.
I looked it up too, but I was like, what the hell is that show?
Yeah, he has like a lot of uncredited roles on his
really?
IMDb. It's like uncredited. He was in an episode of Looking. He played Friend.
He was in an episode of Looking, the gay HBO show?
Friend.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Anyway, Chris Butler is the owner of this PI Moms thing, and he's really trying to get a lot of media attention on the PI Moms, and suddenly we're on Dr. Phil.
Yeah. So, like, I guess the idea is that he's, like, pitching this show looking for a production company to, like, pick it up.
Right. And they're really leaning into the, like, again, can you believe that not only are they women, but they're mothers?
I
know.
And
they can do, like, that vibe, which I just do not appreciate.
It really is bad. So, this guy, Lucas, the producer from New York, he sees the Dr. Phil clip. He flies out to San Francisco to meet with Chris.
He's on a plane immediately because he's like, this is going to be a show.
Yeah, and it really does seem like a good, like, I would have watched it.
Yeah, except none of the women want to be on it because they don't want to be the Real Housewives of PIs.
And that's the thing. Like, these women actually just, like, want to do the good work. And Lucas is there to assure them it's not going to be that. It's going to be about you. It's going to be about your interesting lives. And on me especially was like...
I had a little bit of a rough background. And Lucas said that we could definitely incorporate my traumas into the show itself. And so I decided I wanted to show other women that you can survive and you can make it, and don't let anyone tell you you can't.
You can survive, you can make it. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. Amazing, right? So everyone's really excited. Like, yay, we're going to do it. We're going to show who we really are. We're going to be honest about what we've been through. We're going to catch the bad guys, whether they're cheating or not. Like, hell yeah.
We meet Teresa, line producer.
Look, if there's a problem in the production, Teresa is fixing it. Don't worry about it.
Let me tell you.
Actually, get the fuck out of her way,
Get out
please.
of her way. There's a cinematic zoom in on her as she says, if there's a problem in production, be it people, personnel, schedules, location, money, it is my job job to fix it.
And the guy behind the camera goes, oh, so you're the real boss then? And she's like, well, I mean, if you're going to say it.
I mean, oh my God. I have a note here. How do I get a job working for Teresa so she can teach me everything she knows? I know. Maybe I'll be her intern.
Yeah, she'll be like, here's what you can do. Like, she'll give you stuff to get out of her hair.
You're either born a Teresa or you aren't. You know what I mean?
Really? You think Teresas are born, not made?
Teresa, be the Teresa you want to see in the world. Yeah, Teresas are born and not made.
Teresa's got to do everything her goddamn self.
Well, but see,
does a better job for it.
Yeah, there is a downside to being a Teresa.
Yes, of course.
Know what I mean? Teresa, I see you, girl.
Teresa's like, look, Lifetime was in 1,000%. They saw the possibilities. They saw the spinoffs. They saw the money.
I mean, it's hard to remember what life was like in 2010, but like reality TV was everything, you know?
Absolutely. And Joanne is a production manager, and she says,
for a reality show, this was a pretty big scale production. There were 3 camera crews, multiple locations, and just a lot of different elements.
I think our budget was about $4 million for 8 episodes, which is obviously a healthy budget, but only if you're getting all the things you need to make a show happen.
For a reality show, this was a very big-scale production.
Yeah, $4 million for 8 episodes, like in 2010, that's a lot of money.
3 camera crews, multiple locations, a lot of moving parts.
You know, we've done a couple of episodes of The Mob Wives for the Hero Belt here. They have multiple camera crews. Like that show was a high-budget reality show.
Well, especially when you have a lot of people where anything can happen at any time.
Yes.
Like you have to, especially in Mob Wives specifically, I think, when like Renee's husband is waiting to be sentenced and Dorita's waiting to see when Lee is going to call her saying he's coming home. Like anything can happen at any time. You have to be there.
One of the episodes we did, like there was just like a camera crew like sitting there filming one of them, Renee, sleeping on her couch, waiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I guess this camera, it's just wild how like the production that goes into these things.
Yeah. So we're ready to get started. Lucas, the showrunner, shows up to the offices and Carl Marino pulls him aside and makes his big pitch. And Carl says, look, he feels very strongly that Carl, a man, should be the main character in the show they're making, which is called P.I. Moms, and is focusing on women. But sure, Carl, let's make it all about you.
The thing about, like, people like Lucas have to deal with this all day, every day. There's always a fucking Carl Marino that you gotta, like, say, you're not gonna be the star,
You're not
boo-boo.
fucking special. You are a dime a dozen. But Carl continues, and even as I wrote this, I went, drop page. Wellbucks continues.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was like, Lucas, I'm sure you know this.
Right.
Thank you for not asking for a photo.
Yeah.
I was on a show called Trauma.
What is this show?
I looked it up too. But he says, he was like, I was a huge scene stealer and a heartthrob. You should totally make me the focus of a show called P.I. Mom so that all the ladies tune in for the eye candy.
He was on to like all 20 episodes of it?
Yeah, 2009. It was a show in 2009, 20 episodes. Like nothing special. Like, girl, if you were that big of a star, you wouldn't be pulling Lucas aside on the set of P.I. Moms to make your big pitch. So Lucas, who has so many choice quotes here, he goes, I explained to him.
It just felt like egotism run amok. I explained to him that the show is called P.I. Moms, and he's not a mom. I'm so sorry, but the network has already decided that it's going to be Chris and the moms, and that was that. So I thought, okay, he's out of the picture. We're good to go.
The network has already decided what they want, and it doesn't include Carl. So bye, Carl.
Carl, play your cards right, and you can be like the guy in the background. You know what I mean?
He showed his hand.
Yes.
Immediately.
Yes.
He does not know what subtlety is. He has no patience. He also doesn't really know how the business works, which shows me that he's just an amateur.
I mean, oh God, we'll get there. So it's first day of shooting. Denise is everyone's excited. They're showing them training. They're working on cases. The whole thing is about they want to inspire other women to do this kind of work.
Lucas is this is going to be the easiest show I ever produced. It is puppies and rainbows and unicorns and glitter. It is incredible.
And the producer goes, and was it? And he just laughs and puts his head in his hands.
Right. So it's always, what's the opposite of it's always the darkest before the dawn. It's always puppies and rainbows and before everything goes to shit.
Well, enter Pete Crooks.
Right. I mean, unfortunate name.
I know.
Crooks, but he's going to be the source of truth here.
Well, he's the senior writer for this Diablo magazine. I actually looked this guy up today to see what other kind of writing he'd done. It's all the Stop and Shop opens on Route 141. It's not.
No, that's important.
I totally agree. He wanders into this major story because...
Or Shop and Stop, as my mom sometimes calls it.
Shop and Stop.
It's a very easy thing to say.
Does she call it Barnes & Nobles?
No, she does not.
Okay, my mother does, and it makes me crazy.
Oh, God.
I know. I should have put her in the home 10 years earlier.
You have yet to go no contact.
But I know. Stolies and soda.
Stop, we're not. We can't.
I know.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Girl, Uncommon Goods is back. So Steve wanted me to mention, we got all of our gifts for our nieces and nephews on Uncommon Goods.
The best.
He got an advent calendar that is like science-based. So every day leading up to Christmas, the kids are doing like a science experiment. He got one for Daisy and all of the nieces and nephews.
I love Uncommon Goods so much because they look for products that are high quality, that are unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. So they're like, most of them are crafted by independent artists or small businesses.
Yes.
So every gift feels like really special and unique and perfect for the person.
And it honestly makes gift giving and gift buying fun again. Like, you know what I mean? Like, who wants to do it? But then you go to Uncommon Goods and you're like, I want that and I want that. And I know exactly who that is for.
Especially if you have people in your life who are kind of hard to buy for.
Yeah.
It is a very good site for that.
Oh, and not to mention, with every purchase, Uncommon Goods gives back $1 to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $3.1 million today.
Yeah, and we're adding to that.
We're adding to it.
On a regular basis.
We love it so much, fam. So don't wait. Make this holiday the year to give something truly unforgettable.
To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/TCO.
That's uncommongoods.com/TCO for 15% off.
And don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary.
Get that advent calendar.
Yes, and candles. They have so many good candles.
I
love them.
So anyway, Pete is just saying one day as a journalist, he gets a call.
A Beverly Hills publicist emailed me and said, hey, you might not know this, but there's a group of private eye investigators who are also sort of soccer moms, and they are filming for a new reality series for Lifetime Television. Would you like to ride along on an investigation on a day off from filming? And I really smelled a great story here.
Would you like to go on a ride along on a non-filming day and sort of write a story about it? And he says, sure.
That's interesting for this, that has millions of dollars in the budget, but they're going to do investigating on a non-filming day.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
I thought, weird. Why not film it? You're investigating, no?
Yeah,
it's a show called Private Investigator Moms.
Right.
We're not filming on an investigating day. That was just interesting to me.
Nobody
Does it come back? No.
I know.
But it struck me. Pete's like 100%. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And Denise tells us about the case that they're following. It's an infidelity case.
A typical infidelity case.
Typical infidelity. The woman wanted to make sure the guy wasn't cheating on her before they got married.
Yeah, she's getting married in a month. She's like, am I calling this thing off or what? She thinks he's cheating. Also, if you think someone's cheating, they probably are.
And to your point, they are filming because Pete's there for this ride-along and there's footage of it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Story's full of holes.
Yeah.
But we're off in the minivan. I'm like, wow, really leaning into the old soccer mom trope, are we?
I know.
We're in the car. It's exciting. They're crouching in the car, secretly filming. We see the fiance. Pete has butterflies.
Yep.
He can't stand it. The most exciting day of his life. It's unclear if it's their actual footage. I guess it is.
It must be, because I think it is. And it's the balloon boy of it all, where this guy, they're like...
Anyway, of course he's cheating.
Right. He's in the car with another brunette who's not his fiance. They get out of the car to walk into this restaurant. They stop right in front of the PI Mama's van.
The shot couldn't be better.
You guys need us to be a little more center?
It's just the perfect shot.
Yeah.
It is just perfect, everyone. I wonder how this happened.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Yeah.
They're making out. I mean, the plane is going down. The tongues in the throats. They are groping
1
each
o'clock
other.
in the afternoon in a parking lot.
A block away from where he lives with his girlfriend.
Exactly.
It's so stupid.
Exactly. But come back to Pete. Pete is me. This seems like it's going to make a great show.
He's like, oh my God. They're printing money with this show.
They're printing money.
Oh my God. Everyone, the moms are great and likable. He goes, this is an idea that can't miss. And then suddenly everything changes. Because Pete gets another email. His inbox is full.
He gets an email from a guy named Ronald Rutherford. Jillian, you cannot make it up.
It was made up.
Except it was made up. Ronald's got some tea. He's like...
It would be a mistake to publish the article on the PI Moms and Chris Butler. Chris totally played you. The case that you sat in on was totally scripted. All the participants were employees or paid actors. I am not sure what your intentions are with the article, but I hope that publishing it is not in your plans. Thanks, a concerned citizen.
don't publish your article. That cheating case was totally fake. Those were actors or employees. Chris totally played you, signed a concerned citizen.
Chris Butler is the guy who's Chris Butler and Associates, who's like his big idea is PI moms. That's him.
Yeah. And so it cuts back to Pete, and Pete's like, this was wild because I never suspected that it had been staged at all. That's me. I'm sorry. I'm with Pete. I'm like, you guys, can you believe it? They just started making out right in front of our cameras.
The guy's literally like putting the girl on her mark to be like, no, let's make out right here. Like moving her over.
This TV show was meant to be.
Now, Pete does no research or investigation. He immediately believes this email. He's like, I was played for a chump. And I'm like, Pete, can we ask a question?
Pete is not working for Time Magazine.
A deep, deep breath for 2 seconds. He immediately is like, how dare they?
I know.
Oh, my God.
But then Pete's about to get in way over his head, by the way. But Pete is also saying, like, if Butler is willing to do this to, like, some chumpy local reporter like me, like, he'll totally pull one over on the TV network. So he's like, I got to talk to the guy in charge.
Lucas, the showrunner.
Now, what is so wild about this is that this episode of Trainwreck PI Moms recreates all of these moments, which is so wild.
Which is why I'm like, is that the real footage of the cheating?
It seems like it is because all the women are there.
I love, hey, everyone listening.
Yeah.
If you're making a documentary, could you just let us know?
I know.
It's the dog lower thirds.
Yeah.
Be respectful.
Yeah.
Let us know.
If
the footage is real or not.
Actual footage.
Recreated footage. It's okay if it's not.
100%.
I just want to know.
We ask so little.
Seriously.
You know what I mean?
You know.
So Lucas gets this email from Pete, and they are reenacting the whole thing, like Lucas opening the email.
Yeah,
they meet for coffee. Now, this was 2010. It is 2025. This was 15 years ago. They are reenacting like, oh, hey, I'm Lucas.
I mean,
it's so
we just
wild.
got to get on with it. Pete's like, hey, I'm going to publish an article about how your show is fake and ruin it before it even starts. And Lucas is like, whoa, wait, I can explain. Now, I thought Lucas is going to be like, fuck you. Like, you're full of shit. You have no idea what you're talking about. No. So Lucas is like, wait. Everything we're doing is real. The cases are legit. The women are real. The PI moms are real. The training is real. The research is real.
Yes.
Will we do things like stage conversations about updates on the case? Sure. That's reality TV 101. The clients and the cases, they are all real.
Except for the fact that we learned that the problem was nobody was calling them for PI work. Like, there weren't enough cases.
So journalist Pete's like, all right, Lucas, I like the cut of your jib. Like, I believe you. Because Pete believes everything that's said to him.
Yes.
On the first try.
Yes.
So he's like, well, here's the thing. There's this Ronald Rutherford character who sent me this email. Like, that's why I'm here yelling at you about how I'm going to destroy your show before it even starts.
Yeah.
And Lucas clocks us right away. He's like,
Pete told me about this Ronald Rutherford character, and at that point then I did get worried because it was very clear that someone's trying to ruin the series.
I wonder, who has motivation to ruin the show? Was there someone who maybe wanted to be on the show and then I didn't let him
because
on the show?
The call is coming from within the house. It's got to be somebody like on the inside,
and
right?
Lucas, as he's telling us this in 2025, it's all coming back to him. He's rubbing his face. He's like about to cry. Lucas today.
Yes.
Thinking about how this all went wrong.
Because when you're Lucas, you're thinking like this show should have worked. This should have been his Kardashians.
Right.
This should have been the PI Moms San Francisco, PI Moms LA, PI Moms Georgia. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, however, there was actually kind of a problem.
Yes.
Chris Butler, the owner of this PI Moms thing, lied to Lucas, the showrunner, to get the show made.
Yes.
He overpromised. According to Chris Butler, the phone is ringing off the hook. These women barely see their kids anymore.
Right,
They are working so hard. And real cases, not just like cheating boyfriends, like real shit, right? There weren't that many cases.
Like, if we were to open like the Heinz and Pensavalle PI Association tomorrow, would we get 100 calls? Like, how often are PIs being hired?
I don't know. Clearly not that often.
Yeah.
Or no one wants to be associated with you, Chris, because you're a fucking weirdo.
Right.
And a creep.
Well, they bring in another Chris, a woman Chris. She's a story producer.
Lucas told me that Chris had overpromised how many cases he was actually working on. So I was brought on to find cases that the PI moms could sleuth out. Yeah, in effect, I was drumming up business for Chris.
She is hired to like sort of find more cases.
So just to like slow down on this, the cases are not coming to them organically.
Yeah.
So was the case real? Yes. Is someone really in need of a PI? Yes.
Yeah.
Only they weren't calling PI moms. Chris, the producer, was finding them and then putting everything together.
Yes.
So how they got the cases was manufactured because Chris Butler, the owner of this whole thing, lied.
And also, according to Lucas, Chris Butler, the owner of this whole thing, sucks on camera.
Oh, he's a fucking trip.
Like, he's not fun. He keeps everything close to the vest. He's, like, introverted. He's like, that is a character killer for reality TV.
And Lucas is like, all that to say, though, like, this is all about the moms. The moms are great. The moms will carry the show. And to which I say to Lucas, like, yeah, and honestly, Chris can be phased out. Let the audience handle it. They'll let you know.
Yeah.
You can phase him out easy.
Totally.
Just everyone is playing their cards, not at all close to the chest, vest. Which one is it?
I think it started out vest, but then people started saying chest, so now you can say either. It's
Everyone's showing their hand.
Everyone's showing their hand.
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Everyone is just telling everyone what they're going to do and what their motivations are.
One bad apple ruins the banana.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100%. And we're back. So Ami, she's the one who didn't want to do it, but then she wanted to use the platform to share her story and help other women.
Yeah, she wanted to tell the world about what happened to her son.
Yes.
As like a cautionary tale. And she doesn't really tell us, but she said,
When my son was 13 months old, I trusted somebody being around my child, but my son was attacked, which caused brain damage. And years later, my son ultimately died.
and a couple years later, he died. And she's crying now. She says he was a special boy. But this is why Ami agreed to be a part of this show. She wanted to honor her son's legacy and also, like, sort of tell the story of what she'd been through to, like, help other parents not go through that.
For the first time.
Yes.
Because she said that she didn't even tell her family as much as she told Lucas. And
Yes.
her fellow PI moms didn't know. So she was really opening up to the world in this, like,
Yes.
very real, powerful way.
Yes.
So that scene, because she does it on camera, she's getting a tattoo on camera. So, like, that scene was a turning point. And that's sort of when everyone behind the camera, in front of the camera, sort of knew that there was something special brewing. That's what everyone's saying, that was a moment where it was like, we can do some good here.
Yes.
And then it sort of becomes a thing. And this happens all the time where it's like, oh, we thought we were going to do a show about this, but it's really about these women.
Right. And
It's
that
not
really
about the
does happen
cases.
all the time.
You know, it
Yes.
does. Because when you
Yeah.
have a story like someone is willing to be vulnerable and like other people have gone through awful things, it's really about women surviving
Exactly.
and supporting each other as opposed to the fucking cheating boyfriends.
And, like, wouldn't it be magical if we could have a reality TV show that was actually like that?
Well, we can't.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why can't we?
I don't know.
You
we
know?
can't today in
We
this
can't
thing,
today.
unfortunately.
I know.
But this is when they were like, we got to ramp up shooting.
Yes.
Which is also like, can we hold tight for a minute? This happened organically. This was real. We can't recreate that. Can we just let it be what it's going to be?
Right.
But no one has the time.
No. And, like, that's the thing about TV.
No one has any time.
Girl, Our Place is back.
Let's talk about the Our Place 4-piece cookware set.
Oh, yes.
So Our Place has the nonstick cookware that doesn't contain any harmful chemicals like Teflon.
Exactly.
Because most nonstick companies do. They don't.
No, they don't. And I gotta tell you, this 4-piece cookware set has every single thing you need to, like, make your kitchen multifunctional. Like, imagine only needing 4 pots and pans and you can do it all.
And it's like high performance, space saving.
Yes.
They're pretty. They're just pretty.
They really, like, it's an upgrade no matter what you have.
Yeah, so like instead of buying these like full sets that you can like barely get in your front door.
Yep.
4 pieces do it all.
Yeah, it saves you like $150 when you do it that way.
Yeah, you just got to use the bundle and save option. It's very easy.
Look, we use Our Place every single night. We're trying to be better about cooking. Steve uses it. We pull it out. It looks gorgeous. The food is amazing. And we know we're not ingesting any of those toxic chemicals that the other nonstick pans use.
Also, just gonna add this on.
Yeah.
They have this Wonder Oven. It is an air fryer and toaster oven. It's sold out 8 times. I'm obsessed with it.
I know you are.
I'm obsessed with it. So you get the cookware set, but also if you're in the market for a revolutionary air fryer / toaster.
And it's also gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
So, fam, Our Place is having their biggest sale of the year right now. Save up to 35% site-wide now through January 12th.
Head to FromOurPlace.com/TCO to see why more than 1 million people have made the switch to Our Place kitchenware.
And with their 100-day risk-free trial, free shipping, and free returns, you can shop with total confidence.
Shop the Our Place holiday sale right now. No code needed.
Yeah, it's almost like it's gift-giving season. Almost.
So the unlicensed PI
Well,
is
because
this new case.
Chris, the woman producer, finds this story about this unlicensed guy who's going around doing detective work. And so the idea is
The PI moms, they were going to sting an actual unlicensed private investigator by setting him up with a pretend case and then bust him like, hey, you're not supposed to do this without a license.
they're going to hire him, give him a case, let him like solve it as a PI, then bust him for doing PI work unlicensed. I'm like, isn't that entrapment?
Yeah. And I got to tell you.
Yeah.
Please don't get mad at me.
Me?
Yeah. Because the show, at first I'm like, I'm so in, but the show is all fluff.
I know.
Like everything we're learning about doesn't really match the like, I want to be with my kids and also change the world vibe that we were hearing about even today from the women. So it's like, we got the fake cheating, you have the fake PI, like where's the...
And you're hiring this guy to be a PI so you can bust him for doing it unlicensed? That's kind of fucked.
It's like, how is this any different than a Real Housewives thing?
I mean, I guess the difference is they're not like throwing tables and like punching each other. I know.
But you know,
you're
like,
a Housewives girly?
I'm very new to it, but yeah, Salt Lake City, New York, New Jersey, Beverly Hills. I'm looking for my next one. I think I might do, I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Oh my God.
But I'm just saying, like, it's very, the first 10 minutes of this thing was all about like, you don't understand what we can do.
And I think that's the reality is like, you go in with a vision of like, we're going to change the world. And then it's like, oh my God, we got a TV contract and now we got to do anything to sort of get the show made.
And I guess I'm being a little harsh because Ami was with her story.
Yeah.
But like the cases.
Yeah.
We're all fluff, which is fine. I give a shit more about the stories.
100%.
So anyway, they filmed everything leading up to the bust. The research, the planning. They just needed the actual bust itself to close the case.
That's a reminder. They did the hiring of this guy, gave him the case for him to PI, and then they were going to bust him for doing it.
Right.
Also that.
You know, it's the day of the sting, y'all.
Yeah.
I was in my production office waiting to hear back from my producers. 10 o'clock, nothing. 11 o'clock, nothing. Noon, nothing.
Lucas was just pacing back and forth, and I was kind of just looking around going, what is going on?
We were like, oh no, he's not going to show up.
The unlicensed PI, however, is ghosting the PI moms because they had this plan to meet and hours are going by and he's not showing up so they can't bust him.
Right. And like Lucas is in his like production office pulling his hair out. Like Lifetime TV for Women is like on the phone with him every 5 minutes like, bitch, what is happening over there?
Is that your favorite, not motto, tagline?
Yeah, because it was Lifetime Television for Women and Gay Men. Like that was what it was. Because like Lifetime was the first one to run the Golden Girls. They were the first ones to run Designing Women. And then Will and Grace was like the first reruns were on Lifetime. We Lifetime also was the one that gave Tori Spelling all of her like TV movies.
All of
Mother
her
May I Sleep with Danger. Yeah.
I've been saying bust a lot and it reminds me of, I know you don't watch Vice Principals, but Walton Goggins, who you also love. There's this great like moment. He plays a character named Lee Russell and he's like watching his neighbor. He like called the cops on his neighbor and he's like, busted, you're busted by Lee Russell. And he makes like a little song that he's like singing to himself. Busted by Lee Russell. It gets in my head all the time.
Oh my God.
I've said busted enough. It like triggered the song in my head. Anyway, they finally get in touch with him.
And finally, he actually answered and told Michelle, I'm not coming. I've been tipped off. My initial thought was, who the fuck just completely sabotaged everything?
He's like, hey, I've been tipped off. I'm not coming. Why did you even answer the phone?
I know. Well, not only that, this whole thing is ruined. But then Lucas, the producer, calls the guy. He's like, yes, we set you up. Yes, you were going to be busted. We like, fine, we're not going to do that. Can you call the person who tipped you off so we can hear his voice so we can know who it is?
Because Lucas is like, oh, someone sabotaged the show.
Yes.
The episode. Like who tipped you off? Because no one cares.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's got to be someone from the inside.
But it's like tanking Lucas's show with Lifetime, you know? So the guy agrees to do it.
Happy to help.
I mean, would you? That is crazy to me.
I mean, I guess if like, so I'm not going to get in trouble?
Right, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he's saying. I'm not a rat, so I probably wouldn't. But like, I think he's probably like, maybe Lucas was like, or we could do this the easy way or the fucking hard way, buddy.
We're getting the sanitized version of Lucas's story. Yeah, totally.
I'm sure he was like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's me on the other end. I'm fine, I did it, Jillian.
100%.
I got hired by the PI moms to be a fake PI for a minute.
Like, what?
I know.
So Ronald, not his real name Rutherford, is actually Carl Marino, obviously. So he's the one who wanted the show called PI Moms to be all about him, this like washed up actor, obviously.
But then Lucas wants Chris, the owner of the PI business.
Chris and Associates, but no associates.
Chris,
no associates.
Chris, no associates.
With Ronald, not his real name Rutherford.
Patrick, no sons, Lumber & Co.
Fucking frickin' frack over here.
I know. But he wants that Chris to fire Carl Marino. Chris won't do it.
It's kind of surprising that Chris isn't like beating the fuck out of Carl. I mean, it was just... He was insane. The only explanation I could come up with is that they were lovers. Why else wouldn't somebody fire this person who was behaving so badly?
Lucas assumes they're lovers.
Because Chris...
That's my favorite part. Thank you for bringing a little bit of gay into this.
Chris not only won't do it, he's not upset about it.
He's not.
Like, he's not bothered.
Totally.
Lucas today has his head in his hands about how upset this is. And Chris is like, whatever.
Lucas is like, there can be no other explanation than that they are lovers.
Either you fire him.
Yeah. Or you're lovers.
Or you're humping him.
There's
no middle ground. And so I'm like, what? So Lucas is convinced he can't sleep at night because he's like, they have to be lovers.
Yeah,
they
must be lovers.
There's no other explanation for this. Like, not only did Chris not fire him, but he doesn't care. Like, why isn't he mad?
Carl Marino looks like he would be like the laziest gay lover as well. He would just lay there and want you to do all the work.
And then be like, you're welcome.
And then be like, you're welcome. That's exactly how it would be. God, you know a lot of gay people.
Guilty. Yeah. So, but the network sends Carl a cease and desist, which is they're basically saying, like, stop talking about the show or else. Also, stop ruining cases. Stop tipping people off. You're not part of this, loser. Go away.
No, and
you're
then
a loser.
Chris, the producer, not the owner, is saying the good news was the network shut down Carl Marino, but now they've got eyes on the show. And they're like, why is this falling apart? This was supposed to be so easy.
Right, but something is up with Chris Butler, the owner.
Yes.
Like, after this happened, he's totally disconnected. He's not really there as much. I'm like, I thought this was a good thing. He was a drip into ruining the show, and now everyone's like, well, it's very weird.
And it's also like, make it make sense why he didn't want to fire Carl. Like, that would be the easiest firing decision in world history.
So everything's weird. Vibes are off. They were never really on, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Then Robert, not his real name Rutherford, who's actually Carl the actor, emails Pete the journalist, again, as Ronald, not his real name Rutherford.
Like, this is getting so... This is why I love the Trainwreck series.
Yeah.
It just gets more and more ridiculous.
And he's like, hey, Pete the journalist, guess what? I have another scoop for you.
Yeah.
Chris Butler, he like created this PI Moms idea.
Yeah, like the owner of the company.
Butler is selling large amounts of marijuana along with other drugs, prescriptions, Xanax, and steroids that has been confiscated by the Contra Costa County Task Force. You see, the commander of the task force is taking the drugs from raids and giving them to Chris to move. And then he gives them to, well, me.
He's selling a ton of drugs, pills.
He's making me sell drugs.
Steroids.
Yeah.
All of this stuff has been confiscated by this county task force. And in the email is so poorly written. He's even like, you see, I hate if I'm reading a book and I see in a piece of dialogue or really anywhere the words you see, comma.
Oh.
It feels so fake to me.
My friend Allison in high school had a thing where if you say her name in a sentence, like if you're like,
hi, Allison.
Yeah, like that would really freak her out. Like the whole thing is that like you're not supposed to, like saying her name makes it feel very formal and like she's in trouble.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Allison,
how are you today, Allison?
Let's talk more about that.
Yeah, no, she listens. She's a listener.
Did like your parents use your name only when they were yelling at you and getting you in trouble?
I don't think so. She had pretty good parents. So I don't know. But she was the one that was like, whenever somebody says it just makes you go like that.
Right, it's like, wait, does that make me real?
I know.
You know my name, you said my name to me, and I answered to my name. Like, I'm being perceived. I don't like it.
It's a power play.
I don't like it. Yeah.
But the other thing we learn about in this email to Pete, the reporter, the chain of command here is that Chris, the owner of the business, is working with a dirty cop. Mm-hmm. The dirty cop is getting these drugs from drug raids, selling them to Chris, the owner of the PI company, and Chris is then trying to make Carl, the bad guy who's like trying to ruin the whole PI Moms thing, sell the drugs on the street. And Carl is like, I don't want to do it.
Right.
So like, help me out.
I emailed Pete. He believed me last time.
Help me, Pete, the reporter.
You're my only hope. And Pete, the journalist, is once again all in. Hasn't read an email. He's not in hook, line, and sinker.
But I think that he thinks that there's no choice. I think that he thinks that, like, if he doesn't do this, somebody's going to murder him.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
So he's saying, he goes...
This was just mind-blowing, mind-melting information. You know, this all started with me being invited to write a fluffy lifestyle piece about a reality show. Now I'm being brought into this, what sounds like very dangerous conspiracy involving stolen drugs and dirty cops who are putting them back out on the street after they've already been confiscated.
Now there's dirty cops and stolen drugs?
Pete, it was never a fluff piece to you.
I
you
know.
were on the ride along and believed it all.
I know. He was all in. But so Pete is saying, I can't go to Lucas with this. I got to go back to Carl and be like, Carl, you need to go to the fucking police. Like, this is insane.
Enter Daryl Jackson, lieutenant of inspectors
Oh my God.
for this DA's office or whatever. Pete, the journalist, calls him and he's like, you have to talk to Carl Marino.
Yes.
Like, I'm too hot, man. They're going to come get me.
Exactly.
Like,
Pete, the journalist, you're a little too involved here. You know what I mean?
I thought journalists are supposed to sort of have a little bit of an arm's length situation when they do this. Again, everyone is showing their hand way too much.
Right.
No one has a secret.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
is being subtle.
Yeah.
No one is asking a question. No one is using logic.
There's absolutely no need for a PI. All the cards are on the table.
That
you know what I mean?
is it.
Yeah.
PI, Shmei, we don't need them. Everyone's like, I'm coming
my
here.
eye.
I'm coming here. Here's the worst fake name ever.
Exactly. What was the name again?
Ronald's not his real name, Rutherford.
Ronald's not his real name, Rutherford.
So they sit down and Carl, the actor, tells Daryl, and he tells him everything. Chris Butler, police corruption, a reality TV series, Dr. Phil,
Pete
the journalist.
Yeah, mom's marijuana, methamphetamine.
Crystal meth.
Oh my
Daryl
God.
is like, I'm sorry, wait a second.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't understand anything you're saying to me. He's completely overwhelmed.
Carl told me Chris had given him the weed to sell, and he couldn't get out of it. It was obvious that it was something to the story that he was telling me because I do have the marijuana in front of me. At that point, I knew I had a job to do.
Carl plops down a pound of weed on the table. This guy comes with his own props.
A pound of weed.
Also, you're an idiot for bringing that. I think legalize it, whatever. But you're an idiot in 2010 to walk in and be
to
like,
a police station,
with my
I got
own
a pound
props.
of weed.
So Carl's like, look, Chris Butler gave me this weed to sell. I don't know what to do. I want to get out of this situation and I can't. And Daryl's like, okay, well, you're a nightmare and incredibly hard to follow, but I do see a pound of weed in front of me.
Exactly.
I'm going to follow that. Like, something's going on. I know that much.
Girl, Helix is back. Look, it's that mattress that you and I both have had for years and we love and we can't sleep without.
Exactly. And also, this is a big time of the year where people are hosting. You're
Yes.
welcoming people into your home.
Yes.
So you don't want to be the place where like, oh, I got a really bad sleep at what's her name's house.
Exactly. And the whole thing about Helix, why we love it, is because it's customized just to you. So you take the Helix sleep quiz, it matches you with the perfect mattress based on your personal preferences and sleep needs, and it makes buying a mattress super easy. And the sleep quiz takes like less than 2 minutes to do.
Yeah, I was matched with the Midnight Locks. I've never looked back.
Never looked back. And it might have something to do with the fact that Helix is the most awarded mattress brand tested and reviewed by experts like Forbes and Wired.
Yeah, and on top of that, they have free shipping. There's seamless delivery.
Yeah.
Helix delivers your mattress right to your door with free shipping in the U.S. Could not be easier.
No, you get that 120-night sleep trial, please, and the limited lifetime warranty.
Yeah, I've had my Helix mattress for, like over 5 years,
Same.
7, 8,
Yeah.
9 years, a long time.
Totally.
I lost track of time. That's how good it is.
Fam, you know you're in the market for a new mattress. You know you are.
Yeah, for you or for others, you know.
Exactly. So, my loves, if you want to get in on the Helix, go to helixsleep.com/TCO for 27% off site-wide.
That's helixsleep.com/TCO for 27% off site-wide.
And that's exclusive for listeners of True Crime Obsessed, fam.
Yeah, make sure you enter our show name into the post-purchase survey so they know we sent you.
helixsleep.com/TCO.
Wow.
Oh.
See how rested you are?
Exactly.
Obviously.
So now we meet Special Agent Robert, and he wants us to know he doesn't really care for reality TV. He's more into true crime.
Sometimes they intersect,
I know.
Bobby.
Is that
Sometimes
right?
they are one and the same.
You're also with your people, girl. Welcome to the table.
Like, come on.
I know.
So Carl is now, we're at 100, is going to wear a wire.
Yes.
To take down Chris Butler, the PI mom's guy, and this unnamed corrupt cop.
Wearing a wire. Oh, my God.
This takes 2 seconds. Carl is wired up. He's talking to Chris Butler. Special Agent Robert's listening in the car. In 2 seconds flat, they get everything they need about the drugs. That's done. We got to move on to the most important part.
They start talking about the reality show, and I just want to say, like, Chris is saying to Carl,
You've got to let this go with the network, because the network is so ready to pull the plug. I'm on that fucking show, and then I'm going to close my business, and I have nothing left. I don't have a career. I don't have movie star good looks. I look like this.
He goes, if I close my business, I'll have nothing left. This is what I look like. Is what he said.
I just spit all over you. I'm so sorry.
He goes, I look like this.
This is what I look like.
And Chris keeps going. He's like, if I was in your position, I would have done the same exact thing, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Maybe I would have thought it out a little bit better.
Yeah.
But like, he's like, I get it. we want this PI mom show to be about us, the men.
Exactly, right,
The
exactly.
men.
We called it PI Moms because we wanted it to be about the men.
If we're not the main character, we
Then
don't want it,
We
they
don't
say.
fucking want it.
So, but now the cops are sniffing around the production because they're like, wait a second, this idiot's wearing a wire.
I know.
Talking all this stuff.
Because it's like two things are happening at once. Like the show is going on, Carl's trying to bring the show down, but at the same time, Chris, the owner, is getting pounds of marijuana and methamphetamine from a dirty cop for Carl to sell on the street. Like, what?
And also, the show's going under. The network's like,
Yes.
this is not worth it.
No.
And everyone's kind of a drip, and like the show's not as good as anyone thinks it is. Like the
Yes.
network people are like, this is failing.
This sucks. Yeah.
However, there's one case that might save the show.
I do not understand what happens here. Like,
I will help you.
It's not that I don't like technically understand it. We learn about a case of a missing 15-year-old girl. We don't get her name. I don't know why we don't get her name. Also, in that whole last section about the dirty cop, we never get the dirty cop's name.
I know.
Like, why?
I know.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
So, but this is a real case. And the network has literally said to Lucas, you get one more shot at this. If anything else goes wrong, the show is canceled. So for Lucas, like solving this disappearance of this 15-year-old girl is the last shot to make the show happen.
So her parents wake up one morning, she's gone. No warning signs, nothing. But she did take things. She took her laptop, $20, clothes, a backpack, and so she's classified as a runaway.
Yeah.
So production spent a lot of money trying to find this girl. I'm like, you guys also care that she's missing, right?
That's
it's not
my
just
whole
about the show.
point. Like they're saying we've got helicopters up in the air. Like,
it's not about saving the show, it's about saving her, right?
Right. Like, and is she really missing or is she a runaway? Why don't we have her name? It's very crazy.
Well, what's really weird is that guess who finds her?
The next thing I know, I got a call. And they say, you're not gonna fucking believe this. Carl has found the missing girl. Once again, he's fucking things up.
We were angry. One of my producers, I thought I had to go give her a sedative because she wanted to murder him.
This production company, all they care about is Carl not returning the missing girl home.
No one says a word about
All
that.
they care about is Carl turning the missing girl over to the PI moms
They
so
are
that they can be they are apoplectic. So they can be the ones to call the police and end this thing so the show can get their story.
Someone says, I thought I had to give my producer a sedative. She wanted to kill him. And I'm like, right, but we're all happy that the girl was found safe,
Nobody
right?
says that. They also tell us that Carl knew where she was, but waited to call the police until it was advantageous for him. What?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
So what we're told is that Chris Butler, the owner of the company, assigned Carl to this case first before he gave it to the PI. So his whole plan is that Carl will find the girl, get the camera time, the parents will hug him, he'll be the hero, and then he'll be the star of the show that the network, who wants him dead, will give him. In his crazy mind. What is wrong with him? Everyone runs to the scene to fight with Carl, not worry about the girl.
And the girl's not even there. I'm like, was she ever returned home?
But I'm not 100% sure, like, was this staged by Carl?
Right.
If the cheating boyfriend or fiance was staged, like, I don't put anything past this guy.
Right, of
or
course.
either of these guys.
It seems like he's involved. And so the network calls Lucas and they're like, not quite. They're like, if anything else goes wrong, we're pulling the plugs. And then my next note is, oh my God, I forgot Chris was selling drugs. We're back to this plot.
Meanwhile, Chris Butler is trying to sell a bunch of crystal meth, and that needs to be handled too. And also, what about the unnamed corrupt cop who was stealing from evidence and selling drugs on the street?
3 pounds of crystal meth. 3 pounds of it. And the cops are now saying, like, the cops that have been wiring up Carl are like, this is it. We got to bring this down now.
And I'm like, hey, network, get cameras on this.
Exactly. So they wire Carl again. They give him $10,000 in cash. He goes to the firm to meet Chris.
That moment when Chris took the money from Carl and was counting it out.
1 pound, 1 ounce.
And the methamphetamine was essentially given to Carl.
All right, let me get rid of this as quick as I can.
Once that happens, it's game over. We got you.
The second he gives Chris the money and Chris takes it, they're like, they blow in and they arrest everybody.
So he makes the purchase. So Chris Butler, who's conducting this crystal meth business, at his own PI firm that has been taken over by a fucking production crew.
Yeah.
Stay stupid and stay. These men are idiots.
It's like, why did he have to do both at the same time? Why couldn't the show be enough?
Because it's never enough.
You know what I mean?
Because it was never about the show.
I guess.
You know, like, he doesn't give a shit.
Oh my God.
care.
It would have been such a good show.
He doesn't care.
I know.
So Chris Butler's arrested immediately, obviously. He's on camera counting the money and handing over the meth, like, game over.
He's got one of those, like, money counter machines. It's unbelievable. Yeah.
So to avoid 7 felony charges and a possible life sentence, he takes a plea deal.
Yes.
I found so much stuff. Maybe I'll do an after party. I found everything about this corrupt cop.
Oh, that's great. Let's do an after party about
I'll do that.
Okay.
And there's more to it. It's like a whole thing. But this ends the show, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't worth it anymore.
No, and like all of the women are here to just say that, like, we really, by the way, remember us over here, the ones not selling drugs or selling everybody out? Like, we really believed in
the
this.
ones not selling drugs?
Yeah. You know, and so like they really believed in the mission. Avi especially was like,
when our show was canceled, that opportunity that I had and me sharing my story was taken away. I opened up and I shared so much for the first time, and who knows who I could have touched if my story got out and I shared all of this with the world. He doesn't realize what he took personally from me.
she'd been talked into it and then it got taken away from her.
Sure. Like, that show could be interesting and empowering, but the show I heard they were making was like fluff and fake.
Yeah, the show that you heard was like they're gonna follow around like cheating men and like catch them in the act.
That like may or may not be staged.
Uh-huh.
The idea everyone told us about is fucking great.
Well,
and I know Ami was very, very honest about her. I'm not taking any of that away.
Of course. I mean, the truth of the matter is nobody's calling a PI to see if their spouse is cheating.
Like,
they're just going through their phone.
I wanted to love it.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, oh.
I know.
But maybe they just weren't given. I mean, this is a 42-minute episode. Like, I'm sure a lot was left out.
It was short. I just loved it. I just like it. Just everything was crazy. It got a little gay for a second. That's always my favorite.
Well, wait, we're not done yet, though. So on May 4th, 2012, Chris Butler pleads guilty to selling drugs, extortion, robbery, and planting illegal wiretaps. We don't get into that at all.
That is so weird.
He gets 8 years in prison. Now, Carl leverages this into a little bit of camera time.
Yes.
He's doing TV interviews. Now he's the hero because now he gets to lie and say that his whole goal in life is to help people.
Yes.
Sure, Jan.
Yes. But the thing about so he becomes the hero of the story, and the PI moms are the ones that are like attacked and made fun of and embarrassed and called like frauds and drug dealers.
Right.
Like, the whole story got twisted.
Because they're the closest women around. So like,
and because the show was called PI Mom. So it was like, oh wait, wasn't there was like drug dealing, and that must have been the women who did that, right?
Now, right after this, Carl gets the gig of a lifetime, playing young Joe Kenda for 137 episodes of Homicide Hunter.
I don't know anything about what any of that is.
Joe Kenda is like a super famous cop. He's like sort of like Keith Morrison, deadpan. His whole thing is like, my.
Oh my God.
People in the true crime world fucking love Joe Kenda.
What network was it on?
It was on ID, I think.
Okay.
And now it's just on all the apps. But like, he allegedly solved, he has like a 92% closure rate. So all of the episodes of Homicide Hunter are cases he solved.
But it's a scripted TV show.
Yeah, it's like, so this Carl is playing young Joe Kenda. So Joe Kenda is being very like, my, like, this is what I did. And then when he's like reminiscing about how he solved the case, like that Carl guy is playing him in the reenactment.
Now, is it like an ID, like reenactment where it's like non-union actors, or is it like a fancy gig?
I don't think it's very fancy. It had like 12 seasons. It's 137 episodes.
Oh my God.
But because people love Joe Kenda, it got me a little inspired. He has a few full-length documentaries.
Oh.
We're going to do The Man with No Face. Because it's like a 90-minute, like, full doc. So you'll get to know Joe Kenda a little bit.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know him all that well, but I know that he has kind of a badass wife. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, very Keith, my. Like, very deadpan. He claims he doesn't use a script. He just, like, tells the stories from memory.
Come on.
I know. But he's very, like, you might love him, you might hate him, you might think he's a blowhard, you might not. But we'll be into it.
Yeah,
but we have never done a Joe Kenda thing.
No, I've never even heard of this guy.
Or maybe we can do, like, Homicide Hunter, some of those episodes are from, like, 2010, like around here, which is like too old, I think. Maybe.
Yeah.
But we'll get Joe Kenda on the calendar, everyone.
All right, great.
But Lucas, the reality TV showrunner, really ends this with a bang.
Yes.
Because he's like, look.
Having made a lot of reality TV, there is a certain type of person who has some kind of emotional hole in the center of their psyche. And they really feel that, like, the adulation of fans is going to fill that hole. And I think that maybe that's what happened with Carl.
And I think that's what's happening with Carl. And I'm like, hell yeah, that's
Of
exactly.
course.
Because Ami says it perfectly. He ruined us so that he can become the center of attention.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what he wanted.
And she thinks she's getting the bait and switch because she's in one of her interviews and they're like, we're going to take a break. And she's like, do not bring Carl in here. I will slap that motherfucker.
Yeah, because they're like, can you hold? Because she watches, she's a documentary fan.
Yeah.
So, and that's also a very reality TV thing.
Totally.
To be like, and here she comes.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, thanks for ruining everything, men. Thanks a lot. Typical.
Girl, we did Trainwreck PI Moms.
PI Moms, yeah.
Oh my God, so good. Is there anything you want to tell them?
Yeah, so there's a lot that this left out, or I just went down a rabbit hole, as I do sometimes.
If you're watching the video version, I went down a rabbit hole and changed my clothes.
Yeah. So all of the deep dive stuff I did, I'll just do it in after party.
That is a great idea.
We're going to do an after party that is available now or this week or now.
Yeah, we'll make it available so when this episode comes out, there will also be an after party available at the same exact second where Jillian is doing her deep dive into all this shit. Give us a preview.
So it's like all of the stuff with the corrupt cop that we never get back to, like what he did, the missing 14-year-old girl, that whole story about like where she was and whatever. The Joe Kenda stuff, how Joe Kenda fucking hates Carl Marino, and like also how insane Carl Marino is. I'm sorry, like there's just a lot of he's like not a good guy.
Oh my
So there's
God.
like a lot of different avenues to go down. I went down them all. I'll tell you all about it.
Oh my God, you're a rock star. Okay, so fam, so that is available right now. You can go over to the Patreon. If you're on the after party tier, you'll get it right away. You can upgrade to the after party tier if you want. Jillian's doing the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a wild ride.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Also, fam, go check us out on the YouTube. We've got over 155,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel. It's a True Crime Obsessed podcast on the YouTube.
Yep.
We've got a Discord if you want to come and hang out with us that way.
Yeah, super fun.
What are we doing next, girl?
Oh my God. So this is on Hulu. It's called Vanished in Paradise, The Untold Story. Have you seen this yet?
No.
It's about the disappearance of Hannah Up with a major plot twist.
Oh my God.
I can't say anything else.
Okay. Oh my God. All right.
I can't. It's on Hulu.
All right. Stay tuned for the trailer for that, my loves, and we'll see you later.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Newspapers call it Jason Bourne syndrome.
My daughter had been pulled out of the water in New York Harbor.
She didn't know who she was.
This is the stuff of movies.
All 3 times Hannah disappeared, it was just as the school year started.
Someone can go offline from their own personality.
Sometimes it can be for years.
Everybody assumed that I was aware of her past disappearances, and I wasn't.
Vanished in Paradise, The Untold Story, Thursday at 9 on A&E.